we're gonna apply the Speed Metals today and Speed Metal Track. First thing I've done is I've prepped the feet well, I fitted the shoe, and then the other thing I did is I cleaned up the solar surface, the weight bearing surface. I added a little super glue to it, slid the shoe on it, and now our shoes are temporarily glued in place with the super glue. So there's really no twisting that can happen. You can really glue in confidence and take your time. So the other thing I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna use the EasyCare urethane adhesive. He's got a black foot and a white foot. I like trying to match my glues with the feet. So we'll work on the black foot first, right front, and take the tip on. And again, because we use the super glue, that little trick there, we don't have to worry about him moving, doing anything. The shoes are gonna stay nice and straight. So I got my tip on. First thing we always wanna do with adhesive is we wanna purge our first bit of material, get it flowing well. Once that's done, the great thing about this shoe design is all we're gonna do is come into each cuff, each hole in the cuff, slowly push our glue in. You can see it going in. The outside of the cuff has a nice little gasket to it that keeps your glue in. Got a little more up here. I like to always do my toe. I like to roll my toe. And this is a nice little, if we don't get it in all the way, we can add this here. The other place I like to do it is just a little bead around the outside of this cuff like this. This really helps you finish it better. Now we can step over on this side, do the other side. So again, I'm just gonna push my glue in. So as we're going, we'll just go real slow. The glue's gonna fill this total cavity inside. It's really easy to do. We don't have to worry about the horse moving. If he jumps right now, nothing's gonna happen at all because we used our little super glue trick. We didn't get it all in here, so I'm gonna just put a little extra right there. And I'm gonna go around my cuff. So at this point, we don't have to wrap it. The wrapping does a nice job because it will pull everything in tight. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our plastic wrap and we're gonna go around the foot and we're gonna compress all this down and together. And we got, with this glue, we got several minutes to do this in a slow fashion. I like starting at the hairline, kind of pressing our glue down. And one last trick here is to take your roller here and you can roll your cuffs. This is a trick I learned from watching a farrier named Chris Nicholas in Washington. Kind of rolls everything, gets everything really nice and tight. And I can feel the heat, they're setting up nice. So now we'll go to the next foot. All right, the wrap has been on now for about roughly 20 minutes. I like going a little longer with the urethane glues. If you start cleaning up your urethane too early, it's a little sticky. So we went about 20 minutes here, and now I'm gonna cut my wrap off. I have this little leather cutting tool that I like to use. Plastic away here, come on, buddy. So you can see how nice that looks. We haven't touched it yet. And what I did on these feet is I used black glue for the black foot and clear for the white foot. I think it just kind of cosmetically looks a lot better. Okay, we've removed the plastic wrap from both these feet. They look really good now. We don't really need to do anything, but if we really want to do an excellent job where people say, wow, those look good, the next two steps are we need a wrap, we need a buffy, and we need super glue and gloves to rub our super glue in. So we'll just do this front foot here, or we could probably do them both pretty quick. Again, with the urethane glues, I like to leave them on for the wrap on roughly 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rasp and just take the high parts off the cuffs. Not really heavy on this side. I'm going to take some of my toe off so I can bring my brake over back. Now I'm going to take the buffy and really blend this in. So I want to blend this in so we don't have such a big ridge here. And again, this is really cosmetic only, but when we finish it with the super glue at the end, it really looks nice and polished. And then we'll go around this other side. We're just trying to blend this cuff. Blend my toe in nice. And now we're ready for the last finish step here, which is super glue. So I'll put the foot down. I'm gonna polish off all the dust here real quick with my gloves, and then we'll put super glue on. So get all of my major dust off here. We'll come back with the super glue, and what the super glue does is really finishes the job. It really puts a nice coat on it. Keeps our glue bonds really nice through the whole cycle. So last thing here, put the foot back up. And with the super glue, again, this really makes this a finished product. So we've also found the super glue to be a really good polish and sealant. It really keeps the feet healthy. Everybody's gonna say, well, super glue is gonna damage it. But we've really found the opposite, and it leaves a really nice foot that doesn't get all the expansion and contraction in water. So there we are, finished product. When you do it this way, people are really gonna come back and say, wow, that looks good. So I'll set it down here, and you can see the black one I haven't done yet. This one's done.